Champ looked at herself in the window of her red Grand Cherokee as she stood in front of her whip taking a last look at herself, before she began her mission. Champ was dressed casually for a Sunday trip to Walmart. Casual was a word that was unfitting of Champ's appearance though. What she called casual, still managed to carry an air of sexuality along with it. That was Champ though. Sexy without even trying. Champ put a little extra something into her walk as she seemed to glide into the store. Champ decided to take care of the shopping she was supposed to be here to do, before she began her search for biz and her other reason to be here today. After about 20 minutes of shopping, Champ had filled her shopping cart with everything she'd came here for, and a few things she hadn't. Champ had not seen any sign of biz in this joint. Champ shrugged as she headed for the checkout area. Maybe next time. Champ found herself saying aloud. She hadn't even meant to, it was just one of those things she did sometimes. Maybe next time what? Champ heard a deep voice ask from behind her. She didn't even need to turn around to know who the deep voice belonged to. Champ knew the sound of that deep voice from anywhere. It was the same voice she thought about when she pleasured herself as she lay in bed in the dark, on those lonely nights. Fucking Melvin. Melvin was a dude that Champ knew from a lifetime ago. In fact, Melvin was Champ's very first love. They had a 2-year relationship back in high school. It was good too. Even when they decided to end things, it wasn't on bad terms. Champ had always thought of Mel as the one that got away. Champ turned around and ran into her former lover's arms. They both laughed as they hugged and looked at one another. It had been a while since the two had seen one another. But not so long that they'd forgotten about each other. Champ and Mel broke up around 2 years ago, but every month or so she'd run into him around town somewhere. The first time they ran into each other after the breakup was a little awkward. But, every time they'd seen each other since then had gone mostly like this time. Champ and Mel stood there talking as they took a trip down memory lane. The little trip down memory lane gave Mel the opportunity to drop a little bombshell on her. Mel wanted her back. Champ walked out of Walmart in a little bit of a daze. The conversation with Mel had thrown her whole thought process for a loop. So much so, that she'd forgot what she'd come here for. She didn't forget the groceries and other products she'd come to get. Champ had forgotten about her other mission at Walmart this afternoon, Barry aka Biz. Champ thought about that and laughed as she pushed her shopping cart through the parking lot. Well, maybe next time. Champ said aloud as she giggled at the same time. Maybe next time, what?